The World Health Organization is warning that the mosquito-borne Zika virus will likely spread to all countries in the Americas except for Canada and Chile. This comes after the CDC added 8 more destinations to the list of locations pregnant women should not travel to in order to avoid infection. As we first reported last week, the Zika outbreak in Latin America and the Caribbean has been linked to brain damage in newborns. Earlier, I talked to Marina Portnaya about the problem.
Well, the Director General of the World Health Organization says the Zika outbreak is extremely worrisome. The infection has been found in 21 countries or territories in the Caribbean, North and South America. Zika, as you mentioned, has been linked to thousands of babies being born with microcephaly, a condition that includes underdeveloped brains and even brain damage in newborns. There is no vaccine or medication to prevent or treat the virus. Now, when I first reported about Zika last week, experts told me that the virus is transmitted by the bite of the Aedes mosquito, which are found in all countries in the Americas except for Canada and Chile. Now, the World Health Organization has confirmed that Zika has been detected in semen, and there was one case of possible person-to-person sexual transmission, but further evidence was still needed. Now, last week, Colombia, Ecuador, El Salvador, and Jamaica recommended that women delay pregnancies until more is known about the virus.
The CDC's confirmed that 20-plus Zika virus cases are in the U.S. Did the infections occur domestically?
No, according to the CDC, all the pregnant women in the U.S. who tested positive for Zika were infected while traveling in South America or the Caribbean. Now, the tropical infection disease specialist I spoke with told me that there are pockets of the Aedes aegypti mosquito in southern Florida, in parts of southern Texas, and a few isolated spots in southern California. So the mosquitoes that transmit the Zika virus, they are in certain parts of the U.S. But so far, the possibility of an outbreak or for an outbreak in the U.S. is extremely unlikely, according to the specialists I spoke with, because the Aedes mosquito, which transmits the Zika virus, it survives in very, very hot tropical climates.
So the CDC has advised pregnant women and women trying to become pregnant against traveling to areas where the virus has been detected. But what about those who traveled to the infected locations a few months ago, before the advisories were issued, and they want to have a child? How long should they wait before trying to get pregnant?
Well, that's the same question I asked Dr. Isaac Bagash. He's an infectious disease specialist that I've been talking to about the Zika virus. The reality is that health officials can't answer the question you just asked me, Lindsay, with a 100% confidence, because the problem, according to Dr. Bagash, is that there's much still unknown about Zika.
There are many unanswered questions about the individual risks of infection and the complications of infection. So this is a very active area of research, and we just don't have all the answers yet.
So what the CDC has been advising, which we have been reporting to pregnant women and women who are considering getting pregnant, is to avoid traveling to all the locations that have confirmed outbreaks of Zika. But we need to just underscore here that there's still a lot of investigation ongoing. A friend of mine who recently was in Latin America asked me, well, how long should I wait if I wanted to, have a baby? How long should I wait after coming back? And that's what prompted my question to Dr. Bagash. And the reality is they can't answer that question. The best thing they could suggest right now, I need to repeat, is for women who are pregnant or considering to get pregnant, is to avoid all the locations that have been listed by the CDC. Avoid traveling there. If you do travel there, you need to use a mosquito repellent, wear long sleeve clothing, but it's up to each individual if they're willing to make a risk or take that risk or not.
Wow. Well, a lot of the places you've been talking about are travel-heavy areas, a lot of vacation destinations. What kind of effect will this have on tourism?
That's right. I mean, it's going to have a major effect. We're talking about 22 countries or territories, including Jamaica, Brazil, a lot of Caribbean islands, Puerto Rico. This is going to have a major effect, consider Brazil is hosting the Olympics this summer. Brazil, according to experts, is where the Zika outbreak started. They reported their first case in May of last year, and by January of this year, according to the CDC, there's more than 3,000 cases of Zika already reported in Brazil. So this is going to affect the way people's decisions on traveling to South America, to the Caribbean. The specialist I spoke with said he's received more than 1,000 emails already from pregnant women saying, should I change my vacation plans? Should I cancel my plans? Because, of course, the priority for pregnant women considering getting pregnant is to keep themselves healthy. And if they're going to an area where a mosquito could infect them with a virus that would concern the newborn, obviously women would reconsider going there.
Obviously, you said it. Marina Portnaya reporting from our Miami studio. Thank you very much.